The way and manner they approached the game after scoring was very, very bad.
I mean, it was all going so well until the last minute of the game that it was a very painful moment because it was the last minute.
As an experienced goalkeeper, as he is, he should take control of his 18 year, his area. That's his commanding area. This is going to be a very tough game for Sundowns.
Never say never. In football, anything can happen. Sundowns shouldn't allow another goal when they go there.
Exactly.
They should prevent a goal by all means.
If they get an early goal, that would be a very big booster. But if they fail to get an early goal and then allow the game to roll to somewhere 60th, the 70th, they'll be in trouble.
It will be a problem. Guys, first of all, apologies that we were not able to do the review of the Champions League, the CAF Champions League games. It was due to reasons beyond our control, technical hitches, a lot of issues. And at a point, we even recorded, and unfortunately for us, the devil said this video was not going to be posted. We had issues with the sound. So like on multiple occasions, like it just wasn't successful. So forgive us. Sometimes it happens. Yeah. It's technical issues. But we will do our best to, have that review conversation in this preview conversation we are going to have. I mean, it was a very exciting contest in both sides, both the CAF Champions League and the Confederation Cup as well. Yeah. Guys, as usual, I have my usual suspects in the building. GH Amando is here.
Yeah, man.
But you've not seen him lately, but he has always been on the channel for some time now. And as usual, I have my man Zapata. I mean, we're all not happy that we couldn't get those videos to post because the videos were fire.
I mean, crazy.
Man, it was fire. So we got a bit demoralized, but we say, hey, I mean, for the love you guys have for us, we cannot just, let it pass like that. Right. We will just do something, to show appreciation for your support every time. Right. First of all, let's start with the CAF Champions League.
Yeah.
Against
between Sundowns
and Pyramids in South Africa.
Yeah.
This was a game we wanted, or a lot of Sundowns fans expected Sundowns to win.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they drew that game 1-1.
Yeah.
And losing that or giving away that goal away goal advantage to Pyramids, and that can cost you. And we remember it was the same away goal advantage that Sundowns used to qualify. And so that's very dangerous. First of all, what's your overall overview of that first leg encounter before we get to the second leg in the preview?
We have to really feel bad for some of these reasons as we've explained. So pardon us a bit. But we are here for it. So for me, I think generally we have to talk about it.
Right.
So I was very, very disappointed with regards to this encounter. Very, very disappointed. I expected to see Sundowns, killing it even way before anything could have happened. I was disappointed and really feel bad for me, for the supporters who were,
because the stadium was filled to the rafters. Like you could just see the sheer enthusiasm, the energy of the fan base, and that could have they should have been rewarded with a win.
Exactly. So Sundowns disappointed their fans and anybody at all who was watching, because we all expected them to show up, especially playing at home, your home ground, your supporters, everything was behind you. So I actually think they were very poor, especially moving in the attack. For me it was off. The three attackers that I have to talk about. I don't know how they managed to record that statistic in that game. Three good attackers in Sundowns. I just can't help myself but to call them out. They were locked in the football jail the whole game, especially from the first half to somewhere 60-something minutes, where some of them were actually substituted. In fact, all the three of them were substituted. It tells you that they didn't turn up.
Ikram Reyners.
Yes, Ikram Reyners, Artas, Sales, and Matthews. For me, they did absolutely nothing from the first half to somewhere the 60th and the 70th, where the coach has to, substitute them. For players like this nature, you have to turn up for your team, especially in a championship final. You have to. So for me, they were off, and they have to sit up. Overall or generally, the team performance was off. You can't score an early goal and then you decide to sit for a whole 90 minutes. You are inviting a lot of pressure on you. You can't contain it for 90 minutes. Right. So I usually don't like teams who sit after scoring. You still have to keep on going. At least get some more goals before you now think of protecting them. One goal is not a guarantee that, yes, even if I carry the one goal going away, you can't possibly defend it in another 90 minutes.
But that was actually a beautiful goal from Ribeiro.
Right. So,
solid.
So what shows that you wouldn't have gotten another? So for me, they have to fight and fight extra.
Right.
Because you are going away.
We'll get to the preview of the second leg. Zapata, let me hear your thoughts on the first leg. Sundowns looked a bit relaxed. They didn't play as though they wanted to win this game especially so that it was in their home.
For me, I was very disappointed. I've always been saying that Sundowns is like the Man City of Africa, and they coming from South Africa. They've shown Ghana in 2010 World Cup. That was when we started generating a high love for South Africa, because when Ghana Blaster was in the World Cup, their fans were there supporting us, and you see, so we generated some love from them, and we realized that they have one of the best football teams in Africa, and Sundowns is one of the best competing now. So seeing Sundowns being relaxed at home, leading by 1-0, and the way and manner they approached the game after scoring was very, very bad. The likes of Kikana and his colleagues, Williams and co. They were Matthews and co. They were just relaxed. I don't know what
Matthews
happened.
was even substituted after some.
Yes, 15 minutes. They were just relaxed in the game, and I don't know what particularly the coach told them. If they should lead when they are up 1-0, they should just relax. I don't know if that was a game strategy, but I was very, very disappointed because the way and manner we know Sundowns can play, they are the tiki-taka a bit way of football, but they were relaxed. They made Pyramid to take over the game after they scored, and I don't know why. And I think they need to work. They need to work harder, because where they've pushed the game to is very, very sad as a Sundowns fan, because now they are my favorite club in Africa. As a Sundowns fan, seeing them this way is sad.
Drawing a game, the first leg. Right. So, as I said, Matthews was substituted early.
Yeah, very early.
So does that mean that the coach realized that he made a mistake in the lineup he put onto the pitch?
So I think yes, he realized that he actually rectified that very early and tried to change things. But sometimes you don't get it easy. When things are already going the wrong direction, it is very difficult to actually change it in a game situation. So he tried that, but unfortunately it didn't work for him. That's why I still have problem with some of the coaches, that whenever you are to approach a game, approach it in the right way. Don't wait until something is going wrong
before you
now decide to say, okay, let me try this. It might not work. Yes, it does work sometimes, but it is not going to work all the time. So I think he realized that very early, tried to change it, but actually it didn't work. How he expected the boys to turn up, they didn't. Maybe he himself gave out not the best of instructions as to what they should
be doing on the pitch.
Exactly. You don't have to be a one-goal project specialist. It is not going to work for you all the time. But I think Cardoso loved that. He loved, just get the job done, even if it's 1-0. He has that, I don't know whether it's a lack or it's just his beliefs. He just wants to get the job done, even if it's 1-0. You can't always, get it right all the time. So I think, he might have realized that very early and tried to change things. But unfortunately, it didn't happen.
I mean, it was all going so well until the last minute of the game that Sundowns gave in to that goal, and it was a very painful moment because it was the last minute of the game that Sundowns conceded that goal. What in your mind do you think Sundowns should have been doing, getting into the latter parts of the stage by just protecting that goal?
You see, one great coach always says the best way to defend is to always hold the ball.
Keep the ball.
You see, when
That's
you keep the
Guardiola's
ball,
philosophy
that's the best way to defend. I felt when the Sanders guys get a hold of the ball, they are too relaxed. You see these pyramid guys crashing. Like the pyramid guys, they were coming in all out because they know if they have a goal there, they are going to do something there. And this, mind you, these guys, the way they play, now they've gotten the away goal. This our North African brothers. They can sleep 20 minutes telling you that they have an injury. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So, time wasting is very, very high. So, it's sad. It's sad to see Sanders going through this because I don't know how we are going to come back. As a Sanders fan, I don't know how we are going to come back. It's my prayer that we come back, but I don't know. So, seeing this, it's sad. Sometimes I ask myself, why would you put yourself in this situation?
Right.
Meanwhile, you were having one of the best chances to lead one goal
at
victory.
least just one goal.
Just keep the ball. Keep the ball. Yes, keep the ball and enjoy.
I mean, that last cross that came in, very dangerous.
Dangerous.
I somehow hold Kekana responsible for that goal because of the miss. The way he missed the ball.
Yeah.
It messed everything up. I don't know what you think. On your end, regards to that last minute, goal that Pyramid scored, and Pyramid were, coming all out. Their coach being so dramatic because they knew that they have nothing to lose.
Yes,
exactly.
If they come all out and get a goal,
Exactly.
or even if they don't even get, it's better to try than to sleep and.
So remember, I said a few minutes ago that you can't have the mentality of 1-0 can do it for me. Try your best to add more goals. If you get it, fine. If you don't, maybe you will be able to protect the one. But if you feel relaxed and then you sit back and say, okay, I'll go with the flow, just the 1-0 will be okay for me. Now, you've given the opponent the chance to say,
play.
Okay, it's just one. We can also do something. We can equalize. We can also score. So that's why the Premier side decided to push hard and eventually gotten the equalizer, which you asked me. For me, I'll blame, Kekana is one of the players I'll blame for that. And of course, Williams as well. As an experienced goalkeeper, as he is, he should take control of his 18 area, his area, that's his commanding area. So as the ball was crossed, I expected him to come out fully. Yeah. Take control of the ball, either pushing it or just grabbing it.
Yeah.
Crash whoever is around.
Right. Just
You
take
have
him
that-
out.
yes.
That's your area.
That's your your side. You should be able to control that.
And in that even case, in the unlikely event that there is a penalty, but it's still better because probably you can even save it. And there might not even be any penalty in the first place.
That is where the experience plays in.
Exactly.
You have the experience.
You have to
know
take
how
chances,
to actually deal with that kind of situations.
Right.
So, and Kekana, of course, shouldn't have slided. As an experienced defender, you should always be aware that it is not always the right thing.
Because the moment you miss, you change the rhythm of the
Exactly.
other players.
Okay,
they don't know
sure.
how the ball is going to turn out.
So that was another blunder for me. It was a blunder. You don't have to slide.
Right.
You still stay on your feet. You can still stay on your feet and make
defend
the change.
ball.
I always keep this in mind as one of our coaches usually tell us not to ever go down when you are defending. The moment you go down and you miss the ball, you've created a lot of problems.
Problems.
It's either going to be a goal or resulted in something else, either penalty or so. He always tell you to stay on your feet no matter what.
Right.
Stay on your feet. So that was a big mistake coming from Kekana, and of course Williams should have dealt with it before it resulted. But they brought this upon themselves.
Right.
They should have killed the game off before suffering like this.
Right. Okay, guys, we will be doing the preview of the second leg as well. But let's touch briefly. Let's touch base on Zanzibar 2025, the final of the conference conference league, the final leg of the Confederation.
Interesting.
Right. I remember Zapata called me on that game and told me that, yo, the match is hot. I said, "Why?" It tells you that it was actually hot. Zapata has never called me on any game.
Yeah.
But he called me that afternoon and I was like, yo, it means things are really cooking. First of all, your general impression of the game between the Lions of Africa, Simba, and Beccani from Egypt.
Yes, so you see two Egyptian sides fighting
exactly for
the champ.
So
for the
it
two
became
championship.
it became a South Africa North Africa affair.
Exactly.
Right.
So first of all, I was really happy watching that game. I was very impressed. It looks like this is
it was a better final for me.
Exactly. For me,
Right.
it could have been easily been in a European final. Or,
Beautiful game.
For me, every aspect of the game was hit. Every aspect. There was no down moment in the game. So for me, that's one thing we the football fans would love to, we love to see. It doesn't always have to be one-sided. I mean, everybody has to be.
Yeah, you have to give it your
top.
all. Yeah,
you have to be top.
Right.
So it shows that yes, we are developing as a continent. We are developing as people, and in the football way. For me, I think that's what we love to see. So, of course, we thought it was going to be in favor of the Lions.
Yes, Simba,
but it didn't turn out so.
Unfortunately, and I remember we saying that they have this. Ability to come back, the comeback spirit.
Now,
when they did that in the quarterfinals or so. Unfortunately, they couldn't. I mean, Zapata, what you were expecting Simba to actually come back strong.
100%.
Unfortunately, it was a mess.
Yeah.
And I think that happened after the red card against Simba. And I think it was a reckless foul by Simba.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that game?
It's sad to see Kagoma going off in the game.
Right.
And as Simba, I always say that I don't know why. The reason why I love Simba most is because of Mukwala.
Yeah.
Because he used to be a Kotoko player.
Yeah, former Kotoko player.
Moving from Kotoko to Simba was something I admire, and I like the way he plays too. So in the game, you could see they were fighting.
Yeah. Right.
The game was very, very nice. For Simba, they did very, very well. Until even when they had the red card, they were even playing good football. Yes,
still doing well.
I think it was the additional time where they had the goal. The opponents had the goal. Yeah. But the sad side is that and the coach was too relaxed. The reason why I'm saying the coach was too relaxed was to tell the boys, even though they were down 2-0, he should have known how to match the players. He did a substitution that really affected the game. I don't know if you could remember, he changed one of the key players.
Yeah, he changed Mutali. Mutali was like the man of the match.
Yes.
Like for me, he scored the first goal.
Yeah.
And for me, I think he was the talisman, he was the connect of the team. So when he took out Mutali, I was surprised. Because this is a player that can, turn things around within a twinkle of an eye. He's that kind of fast-paced player who can, just give your side a penalty. I mean, in dying minutes.
Very true. So after bringing off Mutali, like the game immediately switched. You could see, and he even nearly moved Mukwala from the game.
I think
before Mukwala scored.
It was Mukwala he wanted to take out. But
Then
when
later,
he changed to
Mutali. And it's sad, you see, as a coach. And the player he brought in didn't even, sorry to say, but didn't even come to have an impact on the game.
Right.
You see, he just came to make an add up to the squad. That's all what I see. So for me as a Simba fan, seeing them lose against this big side. It's very, very, very sad. It's very, very sad because Beccani was like they were also good. You could see their coach going from bar to bar, throwing balls into the game. When it's throw ball, he's running to and pick the ball. He even directs one of his players who are warming up on the touchline to go for balls to their players. And immediately they equalize the goal. You saw what they started doing. Immediately they equalize the goal. Time wasting.
Right. And you know, there's a new trophy.
Yeah,
the newly designed trophy, brand new, fresh. So Beccani, you had to take that. At Simba's home. That was the most painful thing.
It's sad.
But that is the game of football, man. Anything can happen. But I think generally, I was not happy about. In the game is how some of these North African sides delay time. There should be a way to correct that. I remember in one of the instances, the referee substituted a player. They substituted a player.
Yeah.
He was at the far end. The referee told him to walk at the other end.
That's the
he
Beccani
refused
game.
and walked through to the other end.
That's the Beccani game.
Yes, that's the Beccani game
Against Simba.
And I think that's what we are talking
Yes.
about. And for me, he should have gotten a red card.
So in these cases, that's where I think something has to be done.
Yeah.
Even though the refs, these things are solely in the ref's hands to decide what he wants to do. But I think for now, the punishment is just a yellow card.
Right.
Maybe they will have to revisit.
You have to review the laws
that law.
because the situation you find yourselves are what inform some of the laws you create.
Yeah.
So if we constantly find them doing that, it means there's the need for a certain law to change that.
Exactly.
Because for me, I don't believe that winning a game through time wasting it makes any sense. Play the ball.
Yeah.
If you win at the end of the day, so be it.
Yeah.
We know it's part of the game, but when it's excessively too much, it distracts the game. It doesn't make the game interesting anymore.
I think gradually we'll get there. For me, for next season, we've seen some changes with regards to time wasting in Europe, where FIFA has actually adopted a new rule that the keeper will only have the opportunity to hold the ball for at least 10 seconds.
Right.
If you hold it above that, they will automatically pick it as a corner.
Yes.
I think these are the things the football administrator will have to introduce to actually limit this kind of unnecessary time wasting. And of course, we all understand that this Egyptian side, this Arabians, so they are very dramatic. The North Africans, they are very dramatic, and they have these tactics. They use in winning games.
Yeah,
and for now, it is all part of it. But maybe in future, the administrator of football will have to look into that as to what they will do to reduce some of this unnecessary time wasting. But for me, good game by our standard. Right.
So Beccani will be waiting for the winners of this the Champions League to play the Super Cup.
Right.
After the Champions League, we get the Champions League winners. But then one thing we also need to do is to commend CAF for the continuous improvement of the game.
Right.
Yeah, fantastic job by the
beginning
CAF.
to see
Excellent.
a lot more games and a lot more improvement in the quality of the game as well. And just look at how both games were filled. The stadiums were filled to the rims. I think it's exciting. It makes African football more, exciting, right? Yeah. So I think let's get into the final leg of the CAF Champions League. Sundowns would have to the decider. Sundowns would have to get a goal by all means when they visit Pyramids.
That's the problem.
Else it's over.
That's the problem.
Else it's over for Sundowns.
That's the pressure.
Even if they play a 0-0 draw, it is over for Sundowns.
That's the
so
pressure.
There must be a goal in Egypt, in Cairo, when Sundowns visit.
Now that's where their decisions in the first leg will come and hunt them. It will bite them now. If they had, scored more goals, this is the time they were supposed to relax a bit.
A bit. And have cool heads to, play their game.
You plan.
But now pressure is on you.
Definitely there's pressure.
The more you play with pressure, the more you make mistakes. Yeah.
So for me, this is going to be a very tough game for Sundowns, and of course, playing away. There are several factors that will actually mount
affects the game, right?
Yeah, it will definitely give them pressure moving into the game. You are playing away, need a goal desperately, no matter how. You have to get a goal, and even if you get a goal, how sure are you that you can protect it as well?
But if they think very well, that could also be a motivating factor for them to actually do well.
Yes.
Because of the fact that they know what they need, and they know what they must get.
Exactly.
So if they have the right frame of mind, it can also motivate them to start very well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But for me, I will see that the pressure is always greater.
Right.
In this situation.
Absolutely.
And you might want to, look okay, but instinctively you
definitely have
you definitely
have
feel
that
the pressure.
Feeling,
Because no matter what, you need a goal. But you can't easily get a goal. You have to work.
You can't just walk the ball into the
Exactly. And knowing well that Pyramid are aware.
Yeah, they know.
They'll
waste time. This one, they don't even need to. They don't need a goal. They can waste the whole 90 minutes.
They will also put their strategy against that.
Right.
So it is going to be a tough game. I still believe that, yes, Sundown has the quality, they have the squad, they have the personnel to break this Pyramid down, but they will have to work extra.
Right.
Pyramid will do whatever they can, but to Sundowns still, and we need everybody's involvement. Right. We need, from the goalkeeping department,
the technical team,
from the technical team to the goalkeeping to the defense,
psychologists,
everybody
the doctors,
must play a role.
Yeah,
everybody must play a role. Of course, they will go with their fans, but definitely they will not be as much as Pyramid fans. No. That's why they should have took that advantage using the home fans. Now they have a little bit of disadvantage in terms of support.
Right.
So how are they going to manage this situation? So I still think everybody should come on board, play their part well.
I think one of the strategies they should add is they should put cotton in the ears of the players.
Exactly.
So the noise from this will not affect them.
Right.
It will be crazy. And as you say, we know how the North Africans do it. It's going to be crazy.
And they will actually plan it. They will go and do it. They will make sure each and every player feel the heat. That's where they will get them.
Right.
So it is not going to be easy for Sundowns.
Never say never. In football, anything can happen. Do you think Sundowns still have the opportunity or will be able to get back and win this?
Yes, of course.
Right.
My reason being that Sundowns was able to draw against the best club in Africa, which is El Ali.
Right.
One of the best clubs. Sorry, I stand to be corrected. One of the best club in Africa.
I think they are the most decorated club in Africa.
Yes, so El Ali. You could see Sundowns went to El Ali's home and drew 1-1 there. And El Ali is having one of the biggest fan base in this world. When it comes to club level, you could see when they are playing, you are playing against them, how their fans engage themselves into the game. Right. If Sundowns is able to go there and draw 1-1 there, then I think they are having a good chance. It's not a lose for Sundowns. Sundowns can still do something away, but it's just that in South Africa, Pyramid was a better side than Sundowns. That's my problem. In South Africa, Pyramid was a better side.
So how much more in Egypt now?
In Egypt, I know the mentality.
No, I'm just saying, if they were better in your home, how much more their home?
Yeah.
So it tells you that you are going to struggle somehow.
For the struggle, they are going to. But the belief I have is that if Sundowns is able to go to El Ali and to find a 1-1 draw.
No, I don't doubt. So, I don't doubt what you are saying. That's why I said in football, never say never.
Yes, never say never.
But it won't come easy. That's the point.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. So I need Mokwana. You see those team talks, some pep talks together.
Especially the midfield has to be solid.
Yes, Mokwana and his guys.
They should hold it down.
They should be able to control the game.
Mukwana, they should hold it down.
They should be able to control the game.
I mean, thankfully they have Mudau, who I think was the best player in the first leg. He actually did very well, and hoping that this time around he'll be able to, consolidate with the other, departments to make sure that the defense stays as solid and rigid as possible to prevent any more goals. Because you see in the Beccani game, it was when Simba conceded another goal that we knew it was finished. Because now it means Simba needed 4 goals if they had to win this particular encounter. So Sundowns shouldn't allow another goal when they go there.
Exactly.
They should prevent a goal by all means. So the defense
and also try to score.
And score, of course. If they don't score, it's still the same thing. So they should prevent a goal and try and score at least a goal. So that at least you can get the extra time and then probably help Sundowns to win. But I have faith. I have belief that, I mean, they understand what we are talking about and they know what exactly to do. They should approach the game with very positive mentality and not fearing the fact that they're already a game down. They should go out and play, I mean, their heart out, and I think it could change everything for Sundowns on the final.
It just has to be how they
approach the game, right?
For me, it's always important to approach games right. If you don't get it right, you might not, get it in the game situation. Right. For me, that's always been my observe. Whenever I'm watching a game, I want to see how you approach it. If you approach it right, you definitely get everything
and that involves even the technical team, the team selection.
Yes.
Everything has to start well.
Yes.
Because if you make a mistake in the middle of the game, you are not going to be able to come back. And,
yes, exactly. So Sundowns should make it a point in that they are going there to win. They should get an early goal. Very important.
Very, very important.
Get an early goal.
It can change
it will change the
tempo of the game.
Exactly.
Right.
So if they get an early goal, that would be a very big booster. But if they fail to get an early goal and then allow the game to roll to somewhere 60th, the 70th, they'll be in trouble.
It will be a problem because by then the tension will be very high.
More. There will be more hits.
Right. So I mean, what are your closing remarks on this particular Sundowns game?
It's my prayer, as I already said. It's possible because going to El Ali to get a 1-1 draw, I think it's possible for Sundowns to
win this.
To easily even pick the trophy there. It would be nice picking the trophy there. Yes,
just as Beccani
came to pick that Simba's home.
Right.
So it would be nice to see.
So now it's more like a South Africa, North African war.
Yes. So
right. What's your prediction on the game?
Difficult. I'm expecting a 1-1 draw, then South Africa winning on penalties.
1-1 draw.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
So it means do you mean on aggregate?
Yeah.
On aggregate should be 2-2. On aggregate,
so
it
means that
there's going to be a 1-1. 1-1 at Pyramid's home again.
Okay, 1-1 again.
Yes, 1-1 again.
Fine.
Then
that's
on
fine.
penalties.
I get you. Right.
It's going to be tough, but I still want to believe that Sundowns can do it. So for me, 1-0 for Sundowns.
I also see Sundowns coming home with a trophy, but I think I would say Sundowns will win by 2-1. 2 goals, 2 goals.
To be difficult, because Pyramid, the ball they played at South Africa, it's not a small ball.
If you are going to bet, go and bet. Go and bet on me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I believe you.
Okay, guys, I mean, this is where we will bring a close to the...
Yeah.
And please,
so we'll see what happens tomorrow. Yeah.
We know what you can do. But... don't allow anybody to get close to the 6-yard box.
Modao and Co, they should be active. Because this...
Clear everybody, clear everything.
These Pyramid guys, they are there.
Right, guys, let's know your thoughts in the comment section as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching for the first time as well. And leave us a comment. It helps with the engagement and all. We love to see or to know what you think about our conversations as well. As usual, my name is Prince Amdan. We'll be back after the game. This time around, pray for us that nothing happens. Right after the game is on Sunday tomorrow. On Monday, we are going to come with the review of the game as always. Right, my name is Prince Amdan. We see you in the next one. Peace. We are.